March on! No stopping now.
Ready and willing.
Nam, Orma. Nam, Orma. Nam, Orma.
Skills are getting rusty. Gaining the advantage is always smart.
I'm listening.
Here.
Don't hesitate.
Yes! We cannot be defeated!
Let us strike as one! Access, yes! Victory! Do not falter!
We can do it! Strike with all your might!
Yes!
I grant you death. Cannot hide from me.
Pays off. I'll try. The next one. Onwards! I die!
We won't falter! Forwards!
Dawnflower, grant me strength.
Nowhere to run.
I'll fight if I have to.
I aim true.
You can't stop me.
Done for!
Like it?
My training pays off.
No strike wasted. No strike wasted.
It is done. No stopping now.
I am your shield. This didn't work. I must be doing it wrong.
Onwards.
Give the order. This didn't work. I am yours to command. I'm listening.
This is my path.
Don't hesitate. As you order.
I shall end this suffering.
It is done.
Don't hesitate. To victory!
No strength wasted.
No stopping. Onwards.
I'm listening. I am your shield.
I won't let you down.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim
Gaining
Sukino!
advantage is always smart.
Manishrim Sukino! Inimosi Travisi! Inimosi Travisi!
You can count on me.
Give the order.
Share your troubles.
I am yours to command.
I shall end this suffering.
I grant you death.
A clever ploy.
Can't keep this up much longer.
won't give up.
I require healing.
Cannot hide from me.
Ha!
We
Primitives.
can do it.
Let us strike as one.
Yourself exposed.
With all your might.
I'm listening.
It is done.
Don't hesitate.
I'm not afraid.
We can do it. It is done.
Here, as you order. To victory! Let us strike as one!
We can do it.
This spell's not supposed to work like that.
I grant you death.
It is done.
I am yours to command. To victory!
Provoked!
Let us strike as one! Don't hesitate. To victory! Let us strike as one!
A clever ploy.
I grant you death.
Consider me provoked.
Primitives.
your troubles.
No stopping now.
We will prevail!
Cannot hide from me.
Ah! Ah!
We can do it!
Repent!
Pays off!
Strike with all your might!
Just take wing.
Charge!
Do not falter! Onwards!
Will they ever learn?
Victory is inevitable!
This is for you.
Descent exposed.
To arms!
Nowhere to run. Bullseye.
A stealthy.
I aim true.
Onwards. We cannot be defeated!
Stay behind me!
It is done.
My skills are getting rusty.
Keep your eyes open.
Lisan, Dani.
Ready and willing.
I am yours to command.
Inimosi, Travisi.
Here. Onwards. Together. I'm not afraid.
Clever ploy.
Much longer.
It is done.
Gaining the advantage is always smart.
No stopping now.
I'm listening.
Inimosi, Travisi. Inimosi, Travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Adayana. Ona Adayana.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Ona Adayana. Agrizio Turinos. Inimosi Travisi. 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 Inimosi Travisi.
Ready and willing.
Esme, Axel, yes.
I tire of waiting.
Be on guard.
Something bothering you?
Ona
I won't let you down.
Once someone told me my eyes light up her world.
Ona
I
Adayana.
said that the blessing of Sarenrae will light up her soul. She seemed
My skills are getting rusty.
Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
Adventures await.
Keep your eyes open.
I'm listening.
I stand ready.
You require my assistance?
Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
Here.
Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Lisano Danium. Lisano Danium. Lisano Danium. Lisano Danium. Lisano Danium. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
What's new?
Manishrim Sukino. Manishrim Sukino. Manishrim Sukino.
Escape their view.
Manishrim Sukino. Manishrim
Gaining
Sukino.
the advantage is always smart.
Manishrim Sukino. Manishrim Sukino. Inimosi Travisi.
Consider me provoked.
Johnny Savio.
Gaining the advantage
We can do it! Wasted. Intercept exposed. Onwards.
Check that out.
March on.
A stealthy approach.
No stopping now. stealthy approach. It is done.
I'll make my own legend. Follow me. We should move.
I will protect.
You can count on me.
Confide in me.
So, any brilliant ideas?
What's the holdup?
Don't hesitate.
Share your troubles.
This is my path.
I'm open to your orders.
Right here, my friend.
Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Patricium Turinos.
My skills are getting rusty.
Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi
Yes?
Travisi.
Ready and willing.
Keep your eyes open.
Patricium Turinos. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana.
I'm listening.
Lisano Danium. Lisano Danium. Lisano Danium. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Lisano Danium. Lisano Danium. Ona Adayana.
Something bothering you?
Unimossi travisi. Unimossi travisi. Unimossi travisi. Unimossi travisi.
Be on guard.
Confide in me.
Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam.
Depend on me.
Share your troubles.
I tire of waiting.
Here!
You require my assistance?
Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Lissano Daniam. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
Right here, my friend.
I won't let you
How may I
down.
help?
Tashanis. Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
What's new?
Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim Sukino!
Advantage is always smart.
Manishrim Sukino! Manishrim Sukino!
Bothering you?
Tashani Savitur!
Quiet. I'm thinking.
I'm listening.
Amore Tradites! Amorane Sentes!
What's the holdup?
Oh, yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Let us strike as one! Don't hesitate.
I stand ready.
Access. Yes.
Oh, yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Clever ploy.
What's the holdup?
Esmo. Access. Yes.
Here. I won't let you down.
Keep your eyes open.
I'm listening.
Be on guard.
Here.
I'm open to your orders.
I'll make my own legend. It is done.
Don't hesitate.
Depend on me. I will protect.
Es.
I am yours to command.
Keep your eyes open.
Give the order.
Adventures await.
Ready and ready.
Access. Yes.
I'm listening.
We should move.
I'm open to your orders.
I tire of waiting.
Oh, yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Let us strike as one! Do not falter!
You don't seem to like my curses! Maybe I like my jokes better?
We can do it. I'm glad you did. Clever ploy.
The time for laughter has passed. It's the hour of hunt and chaos.
Take wasted.
Pays off.
Won't give up.
Victory is inevitable.
I won't give up.
Consider me provoked.
I'm wounded.
Yes.
Strike with all your might.
Cannot hide from me.
It is done.
You can count on me.
Access. Yes.
Give the order.
Word.
Oh, yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Let us strike as one!
Good, you get it.
You don't seem to like my curses! Maybe you like the jokes better?
Repent.
Consider your fault.
The time for laughter has passed. It's the hour of hunting and chaos.
Gaining the advantage is always smart.
You forced my hand.
Just take with it. cannot hide from me. Nowhere to run.
There are other ways to cast this spell.
We can do it! I aim true.
A clever ploy.
I grant you death.
Do not falter! Training pays off! behind me!
Enough! I remember your answer. The world remembers it too. Your answer, your heart, the essence. Now, cursed king, I'm taking this part of your soul. Let us continue. We both wear a crown. But what do you own? A meager patch of land, a few thousand souls? My dominion is chaos and magic, madness and deceit. Your power is nothing compared to mine. That is why you're humans. I'm curious what you think of me, cursed king. Do you see me as a villain or a simple joker? In truth, well, you'll never be able to conceive of the truth being an...
Let's finish them quick. Strike with all your might.
Can't cast it like that.
Flower, grant me strength.
Cannot hide from me. We won't falter.
Trust the love.
How sad it is to hear you, Nyrissa. Thousands of years for nothing! You haven't learned a single lesson. Never learned to tell me. But what do you say? So you plan to...
Pretty word.
Now that the eldest and other spiteful beings wouldn't be bothering us, the king returned to his subjects and celebrated the victory and the end of the kingdom's miseries with great fanfare. Everything gradually returned to normal, including our exciting lives. Not always peaceful, but also not troubled by invasions from another world. And little by little, our heroes and the common folk began to forget the sorrows of the past. So the kingdom returned to Galarian, but not without taking a piece of the First World with it. Miracles and strange occurrences, both kind and cruel, became the norm. Not that the citizens hadn't grown used to that. Of course, the Lantern King wasn't thrilled with the way things worked out, but who cares? Our leader and Nyrissa, the cursed king and queen, are ever ready to face the power of the eldest. Until that time comes, our leader spends a lot of time in the First World, learning its secrets and testing his new powers. The immortal king and his kingdom became a legend come true in Galarian. The kingdom built by our hero became an example for all its neighbors. What else would you expect? The Stolen Lands became the only place where the citizens sincerely toast the health of their ruler. The citizens lived trouble-free, and taxes made it to the treasury without losses. A powerful army guards the peace. Exploration of magic is on par. The temples are flooded with their congregations. And most importantly, our cultural contributions are at least the equal of Absalom. Just half a year after the war with the First World, Galt moved its troops to the southern border of the kingdom. Their attack was rebuffed. The enemy state's infantry could do little against soldiers who were skilled with their swords and knew the military arts better than the alphabet. Since then, Galt hasn't risked crossing any borders again, fearing cruel retaliation for further insolence. The kingdom reached incredible heights in the development of magical arts. Sorcerers, wizards, and other initiates feel like kids in a candy store in the Stolen Lands. Sadly, ordinary subjects aren't so thrilled. They have to deal with the consequences of careless experiments and failed magical tests. How do you turn the Stolen Lands, savage and unruly, into a stronghold of safety and stability? The king found an answer by creating a police state. There are always some who are unhappy with the excessive interference advisors have in the citizens' lives, of course, but their protests are easily overlooked. The king became a true patron of fine crafts. Over time, the castle treasury filled with wonderful gifts from the best masters in the area. Armor, weapons, even magical artifacts, and the collection is still growing. No kingdom can function without its nobility, and the kingdom in the Stolen Lands is no exception. Landowners, ready to share the burden of ruling alongside the king, grew to be more and more influential over time. And the more pompous the court balls and receptions held by dukes and baronets became, the more eventful were the lives of the schemers and freeloaders who always live within the shadows of the powerful. The feud between Brevois North and South, which had been smoldering for ages, finally sparked the fires of civil war. Our troops lent aid to the forces of House Sertova, suffering terrible losses as they took the brunt of the damage from the Sword Lord's forces. The rebellion was soon crushed, and Jumondi Eldori was beheaded in Restov's central square. And for a long time, any hope of an independent Rostland died with her. The Tiger Lords found it difficult to recuperate after what Armagh did to them. The barbarians remaining in Numeria weren't very happy that we sheltered the deposed chief and his supporters, but they were too afraid of him to attack us over it. That bomb has a long fuse, but it's definitely burning. I'm afraid that a few generations down the road, the grandchildren of the current Tiger Lords may want to retaliate against us for their grandfathers. Pitax almost returned to its former state. A joyful city filled with beers of dubious quality and deals of questionable legality. The old trade houses lost the crown, but they retrieved the property Iravetti had taken from them. Soon, Pitax became almost like a second capital in the kingdom, a thriving city through which rivers of money from across the region ran. Unfortunately, we get much less of this money than we would like. Governor Liachenza turned out to be helpless against widespread embezzlement. Amid chaos and fighting, Headmistress Gitaren managed to preserve the Academy of the Arts, though not its reputation. Only sycophants willing to dash off odes to the highest bidder, primarily our king, stayed to work and study under her tutelage. One could say the Academy still flourishes, Though, in the same way a pond covered with duckweed turns green on a sleepy summer day, slowly becoming a swamp, no one dreams of studying at the academy anymore. But for those more concerned with reality than dreams, it will always have a comfortable room. The dangerous man-eating trolls disappeared entirely from the forests and swamps of the Stolen Lands. Kobolds, though, being sneaky and clever, are still sometimes met by travelers and hunters who wander off the beaten track. Some even say the short reptiles still praise the great King Tartuk, but no one knows for certain. As soon as anyone approaches the kobolds, they forget their military honor and turn tail. After enduring so many storms and troubles, Varnhold eventually turned into a real city. Daring settlers decided to conquer the vast, wild expanses of Dunsword, and despite all odds, they succeeded. The modest colony that almost vanished at the hands of an ancient lich turned everything around to become a thriving city with lively river trading. Magar Varn didn't stay at the court for long. Having saved some seed money, he left service and organized a new Varnling host together with his general. And this new party of mercenaries has already helped our kingdom more than a few times. After the kobolds and mites disappeared, the empty caves beneath the old sycamore quickly became home to all kinds of disgusting critters. Giant centipedes being the most innocent and pleasant of them. Attempts have been made to clear out the caves, but it never takes long for something to take up residence again. In the end, the decision was made to block the entrances and burn the giant tree down, destroying the roots that held up the ceiling of the caves. Oleg's trading post continues to thrive, attracting even more travelers. Much to its owner's displeasure, a small town is springing up around it. Despite Oleg's grumbling, he and his wife are well regarded by everyone, and Svetlana was even elected town chief. Making sure her sister was safe, the former bandit Kressel traveled south. Her trail went cold somewhere in Absalom's docks. They say she changed her name again and now serves on a trade ship, hiding from old acquaintances. Jod and Keston, after surviving the bloom, remained loyal to the king they followed through thick and thin, and they continue to serve as court advisors to this day. The austere priest and the gloomy warrior regularly argue over the proper way to govern the state, as well as which of the two rulers should hear out first. Some things never change. Keston Gares took a post as chief of the kingdom's guard. The former heir to a noble family never returned to Brevoy, severing all ties to his kin. However, a few years after the victory over the First World, a girl arrived from Brevoy and soon married Keston. They say Keston started smiling a lot more after that. Jod remained loyal to the king to the end of his days, healing the sick and generously sharing his austere wisdom with anyone who wished to hear it, and some who didn't. Having fulfilled his duty to the ruler, Erastel's priest peacefully departed this world, surrounded by friends and disciples. Having participated in Lamashtu's ritual, Olika gave birth to a strong and healthy baby. Sadly, the child grew into an unruly and violent adolescent. Having named Apir at just 10 years of age, the boy escaped to the Gnarl Marches, fleeing the rage of a mob that tore his mother to pieces instead. No one knows what happened to the lad, but legends of Lamashtu's child, who sometimes kills lost travelers and sometimes leads them to safety, are passed on by word of mouth throughout the area. A delegation of wizards from Absalom and other areas appeared in the kingdom one day, asking for permission to examine the lair of the Lich Farniris the Thoughtful. After completing their research, the wizards spent a long time thanking the king for freeing the world of that monster. In their opinion, he'd been capable of causing the end of the world, maybe even 2 worlds. The sweet teeth departed on a journey, hoping to see as many wonders as possible of this world and others. They keep sending us news from every corner of the map. Their bright painted wagon, drawn by a bull mastodon, crisscrosses Galarian, somehow appearing in the center of one incredible story after another. Evindra was glad to see the Lantern King's plans turn to dust. She spent some time helping restore the kingdom after the calamity, then returned home to the First World. They say the rebellious spirit of her cousin Nyrissa awoke within her as well. Evindra is said to recount our story to the Fae, encouraging them to question the power and might of the eldest. After the victory, the storyteller abandoned his affairs and began spending a lot of time alone in contemplation. He eventually bid farewell to the king and left his lands. But I suspect the inhabitants of Galarian haven't heard the last of this mysterious traveler, for his own story is hardly finished. Amiri remained a pariah to her native tribe, but she stayed close friends with Nylak, who ruled the Six Bears wisely and taught them to survive in the unfamiliar plains and cities. The restless barbarian would often travel for long stretches of time, but sooner or later she would always return to her old friends, bragging about new scars and recounting new feats, many of which Nylak immortalized in song. Valerie stayed to serve the king, and to this day she terrifies anyone who would dare break the law. Forceful and assertive, Valerie has finally shed her crowd of admirers and set herself upon the path of ultimate law, the same path so honored by the austere Hell Knights. Need I even mention that Valerie eventually decided to try on their black armor, only to find that it was a perfect fit? Harrim became famous, respected by dwarves throughout our kingdom as well as our neighbors, even as far as the Five Kings Mountains. He's often been asked to help out or teach others, and he's never denied anyone, despite his grumbling. Some people even listen to his preaching. Lucky for us, there's a lot less howling about the end of the world now, and more wise words of moderation and humility. Not all of his disciples turned to Grotus, but everyone took away something useful from his teachings. Octavia didn't stay still for very long. Soon, she and Reg went to Numeria and started a huge slave rebellion there. They didn't manage to destroy the Technic League, but to this day, slaves speak their names with admiration, and slavers with terror. Over the course of their journey, the two grew as close as ever, leaving their quarrels and resentments behind. After returning from Numeria, Octavia settled in her mother's house and became the king's advisor and loyal companion. Rigangar left for Numeria with Octavia to start a slave rebellion. Over the journey, he really matured and learned to understand others, as well as how to control his anger. After he returned, he took a position in the king's court. Being both formidable and charming, he inspired fear in the hearts of some and lust in others. There are even some rumors that he almost talked Octavia into marrying him, and possibly even continuing the Della Fiorni line. Once the war was over, Tristan kept his promise to Sarenrae. In the middle of celebrating the king's victory, the priest suddenly disappeared in a flash of light, vanishing forever. I hope Sarenrae didn't take the Movonic Deva's memory, so her servant might still remember us and the Stolen Lands. Or if she did, I hope he was at least able to forget everything about the lands in which he endured so much suffering. Ekin spent a few years in the Stolen Lands, and in that time won glory as the most rugged monster hunter in all the River Kingdoms. The Ranger exterminated even the most harmless of the monsters around the capital, then moved on to other lands and new victories. They say the ruthless avenger and slayer of wild monsters made it as far as Katapesh. That's where his trail went cold. I'm afraid Ekin may have become the prey of one of his targets. Jubilost returned to the life of a traveling explorer, frequently visiting his favorite kingdom. He said so himself. His famous work studying the First World all opened with a dedication to his longtime companion, the King. Another name was also mentioned, 2Z, my guide and inspiration. Admirers would ask Jubilost many times about this mystery lady, but he would only chuckle, pitch his knapsack on his shoulder, and return to storm the vast expanses of the First World once again. As for Knock Knock, apologies, I mean Hero Knock Knock, he continued his questionably heroic efforts in the Stolen Lands. Despite whatever mess he fell into, no matter the danger he leapt into, he always seemed to scrape through just a little better off than before. Like true heroes, he simply never gave up, struggling on and meeting the challenge of each new day with a spirit that no mishap or misfortune could ever quell. Kalika did not remain in our lands for long. She never lost hope of discovering some news of her sister's fate, and the sorrow in her heart drove her to restless journey. One day, she left without saying goodbye. No one knows where, taking only the simple things she fled with from Qadira. Canera celebrated the victory along with everyone else, but was soon consumed by black thoughts about her missing sister. One day, we discovered her house empty, her things sold, and Canera herself gone. All that remained was a short goodbye note. Despite all the woes that befell the country, our king remains a strong leader. Many noble houses from neighboring lands wouldn't hesitate to be related to him, and they regularly send a variety of marriage proposals. As for myself, the author of this book, Lindsay, who never chose a pretty nickname, I'm still here, inside my creation within the Capitol Library. I live just like I always dreamed, surrounded by people and books, and not a day goes by without someone turning my pages. My story inspired many others to take up the quill. My readers have written many fierce books, articles, and pamphlets, flinging truth in the faces of tyrants. What more could I dream of? I hope, oh honored reader, that this story offered you some daring ideas. Or at least some entertainment. In any case, it's time to set the final period.